Hey everybody, Kyrie091 hanging out with you. Boy, oh boy, are we going to have a big fun today playing some more. You know, I love this room over here. We're playing FTB modded Minecraft, by the way. I love this room. I think this room came out so cool. I like the growth accelerators in the floor, and I like that I got my ME controller kind of like in this little secure case. That's cool looking to me. I think that's cool. What do you guys think? Anyways. As promised, last time I said we were going to come down here to this other cool room that I made. God, this room is radical too, man. I am becoming quite the builder. Poozerfruit, are you impressed with my builds these days? What do you think of the fact that I messed up on the floor right here and I'm just now noticing that? Let's see. Look at all these different technical blocks we could do. Look at all these cool options. Well, I'm here for one particular... I love it! Where are you? Gotta be coming up soon. There you are. Okay, so the plan is I want to set up a system to automatically take care of my ores for me. I want to use a crusher to get that started. So I think I want to put that in this corner. Let's take a look at how to make that crusher. Is it in, yes, heavy machinery. So to make the crusher, I'm going to need steel scaffolding, light engineering blocks, steel fences, and hoppers. I should have all that. Let's take a look at how I do this. So the first row is light engineering blocks, and come on. Go back down. Okay. I already made a bunch of this stuff, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to go like this, like that, and then like that. And then what's next? A bunch of scaffolding, filling in the rest of the thing there. So let's go. Like this, a bunch of scaffolding all the way over to here, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's the first layer of our crusher. What's next? Okay, light engineering blocks across the back. Fence, 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 engineering block, fence, 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 fence. Okay, easy enough. So like this, like that, and then do I have... yeah, I made some steel fence. I thought I did. Okay. Okay, what the heck? That was weird. Okay. And what's next after this? Oh, just the hoppers. Okay. And then on top of that, we got to have 9 hoppers. Go like so. Like this. Like that, like that, like that, like that, and... let's take a look. Then we have to whack it with the engineering, the hammer here. I think we do it on the back. Right there? Somewhere? Hoppers? I don't know. Let's take a look. Okay. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Oh, I'm doing it wrong. I missed something. I missed 2... engineering things right here. Okay, now I think it's ready to go. Let's double check. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Let's go ahead and whack it. Right here? Where do I whack it? Right there? Right there? Where do I do this? Ah! Ah, it worked, but it's dark. Why is it dark? Why is it dark? Whatever I did worked, but it made it dark. Why are you dark? This is so lame. Why is this thing dark? The tank upstairs did this too. What the hell? Do I need more light in here? Do I have torches? Ah! Is that where the power goes in? This is seriously so... goddamn disappointing to me right now that this is freaking dark. Oh my god. Why? Why are you dark? Okay, so apparently there's a bug with this thing that makes it dark if it doesn't have direct sunlight pointing on it, because when I dig a hole like this that leads all the way up to the surface and it's daylight out there, you can see that this thing is much brighter, much more visible on top where the light is shining. But then as soon as I plug the hole up, it gets dark again. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't know why it does this, but I'm not going to do this down here if it's going to look stupid like this. So I guess this stuff will have to be worked on another day. What I'll end up doing is I'll build like I'll never build anything as cool as that room I got down there. I'm going to use that room for something else. I already know what, but I'm very disappointed about that. I guess I'll do it up here. I don't know where, but I'll build a... I really don't know where I'm going to do this. Maybe I'll do it over here. Maybe I'll clear out some of this area and make a big... I really didn't want to tear up the terrain like that, but I'll do it. Whatever, I don't care. I'll build a big workshop right here, and I'll put the crusher and a few other things in there. Man, what a letdown. Oh well. Let's see. I should have some blizz. Yes, I do. You know what? I found those guys in that one age called basals. So if I ever need a basals rod, I can easily get my hands on some of those too. I can get my hands on a basals rod. That's really funny, basals rod. Okay. So I got some blizz rods, and I think I need to chop them up in the old pulverizer here. What's next door? The magma crucible? That's funny. Okay. So you chop these up and you get blizz powder, which looks freaking rad. And you get snowballs. So let's pick those up. No. And I also need some saltpeter, but I'm really not sure how I'm going to get it. So instead I'm just going to chop up some of these and I'll get the occasional piece of niter. And niter can be used in place of saltpeter in most recipes. I hope I get a lot of it, though. It doesn't look like I'm having much luck here. Jeez, come on. Dude. There. I need a lot more than that, though. I think you have like a 50% chance with each operation of getting a piece of niter. Come on, come on. Okay, so I wound up with 8 pieces of niter and then a bunch of blitz powder, which should be good enough. That stuff looks crazy. I thought I had some saltpeter just from mining, but I guess I don't, which is weird because it's really not that hard to come by, but whatever. I have niter now, so I can make my cryothium dust. I need some redstone. And the cryothium dust is made like so. Snowballs and redstone and niter. I think it's shapeless, so I should be able to put it like that and get my cryothium dust. 12 cryothium dust. How much do I need to fill up a bucket? One of them, okay, so I need 4 per bucket. So this will give me 3 buckets of gelid cryothium. Sorry, 3 buckets, of course. So let's try filling these bad boys up. Gelid cryothium. So in case you're not familiar with gelid cryothium, this stuff is pretty nasty. It's like really, 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 really cold liquid. Let's pour some out and watch what happens. You can't touch it. It's that cold that it'll hurt you if you touch it. But I thought it also created water or ice or snow, I mean, when it got near things. Anyways, it's just really, really cold liquid. That's all it is. Luckily for me, I have access to as many snowballs as I could ever want by simply setting that thing to snowball mode. And let's put our these back in here now. Is that how it goes? Yeah. There. And now all I have to do is grab something out of here. I'll grab a stack of ice, and then we should immediately start getting some snowballs popping up. Let's see if that works. There we go. All right, let's get some charcoal. We'll get 1 stack. We're going to cook up some charcoal. Normally, charcoal is used for cooking. In our case, we're just going to cook it. When you cook charcoal or regular coal, you get graphite. Oh, I forgot I had all this bone meal. I put in all those bone segments earlier, and I forgot to pick up the bone meal from them. A lot of bone meal. All right, so we're at the old crafting table. We're going to make 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Man, you got to make a lot of this stuff. Oh, it still isn't even enough. Hopefully I got some more graphite cooked up here. Well, I do, but that ain't even going to be enough. Almost, though. Really close. All right, that is just going to have to be enough. Okay. You know what? That's actually not going to be enough. I got to make a little bit more of this. Probably 2 more of these, and then I should I believe that'll be enough of this. The reactor casing. We need 1 reactor controller, so I need diamond. I need some redstone. Let's make 1 reactor controller. There you are. We need 2 reactor control rods. Get out of there now. And we need reactor power tap. Stupid things. We need a reactor access port. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Alright, we got the power tap. We got the access port. We'll eventually need a coolant port. Maybe I should just make that now. I mean, I'm gonna need it, so why not, right? Did I make the access port? I don't think I did. No, I didn't. Oh, because I don't have a chest. Son of a bitch. Much better. Reactor red net. I think I want the... For now, I just want a red net port, I think. So I need some red net cables, a gold ingot. I believe I have red net cables. For something I was going to do earlier, but like it never came to be. If not, they're pretty easy to make. Plastic pipe. I don't think, maybe I don't have any red net cables. Well, I can make them real quick. Red net cables are freaking rad. Red net cables are one of the first things that I saw that really got me more interested in like redstone control type stuff. Just really, you know, messing around with cool builds that involve lots of redstone contraptions, because there's so many different ways to custom. There's a thing called a programmable red net controller, which lets you it just gives you access to just so much cool stuff. I actually need to make more reactor casing. I can tell you I was not going to have enough there. In fact, I still might actually need even more. But that's okay. If I need it, I'm only missing graphite. Okay. Now I need some glass. So I have some glass. And I want to make some of this. Some reactor glass. I'm going to make probably... I guess I could just do this, because that's probably how many I'm going to want. As far as reactor casing, yeah, I'm going to need more. Son of a bitch. No, I'm not. I think this is actually enough. Alright. Bing, bong, bong. Oh. Yeah, I built this thing to like a skeleton of what I'm working on. Okay, here we go. So I want to build it right there. This will be the back corner. Right here will be that corner. Right there will be this corner. Right there will be that corner. So that's sort of what I want to deal with here. So the big reactors, in case you've never built one before, are just incredibly powerful ways to generate energy. They're almost a bit OP because, like, yes, there's a million different ways you can configure them, and yeah, if you want them to be super efficient, it requires a lot of planning and forethought. But like, if you really don't care how efficient they are, like I don't, you can generate a ton of power with very little resources, even when they're very inefficiently built, like mine is going to be. So what you need to build your big reactor is something like that. I am going to have 2 cores in mine. So one here, one there. You can have many or just one in the middle or however you want to do it. But in my case, I want to have them like that. And then you have to put these yellorium fuel rods in the middle. And they have to be directly underneath those things right there. Those control rod thingies. So yeah. Then you have to put reactor glass well, you don't have to use reactor glass. You can use casing and just make it enclosed, but you don't want to do that. You want to see what's going on in here. So I'm going to use reactor glass. I think that it looks cool. Reactor glass is cool looking stuff. So you need to have a access port wherein you're going to put your yellorium to make power. You need to have a power tap, which is where you drain the power out of as it gets produced. The coolant port is not required for what I'm doing, so I'm actually going to pick it back up. I will need a coolant port eventually, but I don't need one yet. I have this red net thingy I'm going to put probably on this side right here. There, and I'll show you what that's all about in a little bit. I hope this is enough glass to finish. Ah! I hope this is enough reactor glass to finish the build here. Let's find out. Okay, so now I need 3 more. I got 3 more. Oh, this is perfect. And the thing snaps together, and boom! There is our big reactor. To get it going, all we got to do to get started is put some yellorium in there, and I'll put it in there now. You see it immediately consumed all of the yellorium that it needed to fill up those 2 rods up there. So now those 2 control rods are both full of yellorium. Let's name this one Righty. You don't have to name them. I'm doing this to make it easier for myself to set things up. Ah! And Lefty. Okay. So, okay. You can see we got plenty of fuel. It shows you right there. To turn the thing on, how do I turn it on? Activate reactor. There you go. The thing is cooking. It's very hot. The casing is where you want the heat to be. You want a way to transfer the heat from the core into the casing, and that's how you get most efficient. The energy buffer is quickly filling up. We are generating about 1,1800 redstone flux per tick. Pretty darn good, but we can improve that a little bit. And here is how we can improve that. We need to put some kind of coolant in there. There's a few different ways you can do that. Blocks of metal and stuff are one form of coolant. They will transfer heat off of the core. They'll transfer it onto like the casings and stuff. That's one way to do it. An even better method of keeping it cool is to use liquids like gelid cryothium. That's why I made this junk. So I gotta hurry because this stuff's gonna start hurting me if I stay in here. Ack! Look at that mess. Okay, so I should have. Okay, we gotta go back in there. I'm gonna let my life fill up real quick before I do. Oh no, I meant to put. Oh, that's right. Gelid cryothium falls. You can't stick gelid cryothium to the roof like you can water. The source block will fall to the bottom if you try to do that. So let's actually close up. Let's close up right here. And this should kind of help us out here. There. Okay. So I think I don't have enough gelid cryothium to do this whole thing, unfortunately. But I have enough to at least get it going. And that will increase our efficiency a lot. Let's put it right there. And I have one last bucket I can put somewhere. I guess I'll put it right here. Okay. So that, plus the iron blocks to transfer some of the heat, should actually increase our efficiency a great deal. So let's go ahead and take a look. Activate reactor. Let's turn this thing on. And you can see we're already generating a lot more power. We were at 1900. We're up to 2300 right now. We're keeping the core heat and the casing heat a lot more even. Remember I said you don't want the core to get too hot. Okay, we can set the level. Oh boy, look at this, the snow gathering up here. We can set the level of insertion. What is that going to do? Oh, that's right. Okay, so here's how this thing works. So, there is this right here. Higher insertion rate slows reaction. So, if I have it inserted at 100%, which means that like none of that rod is going to be burning. If I have it at 0%, that means that all of that rod is going to be burning. That's basically a way of slowing down how much fuel you're consuming. But honestly, this thing is so damn fuel efficient. I mean, look at how much energy I've already produced. What is this? How much is this? 4 million. I'm about to hit 4 million RF, and I haven't consumed a single piece of yellorium yet. I'm still at the same 40 I was at when I dropped that stack in there. I just filled it up too. So these things are like crazy fuel efficient. It's pretty damn unreasonable how fuel efficient they are. You can cool them with water too. You don't have to use this cryothium that I used. You can use water, or blocks of gold are pretty good. Blocks of iron like I have in the back there. Higher levels of radiation reduce fuel burnup. Fuel burn-up rate. That's the rate at which we're consuming stuff. So it's really, I mean, once, okay, oh, we're about to use one more block, right? Watch right here when the waste gets up to 1,000. So what happens with the waste is after the yellorium ingot gets consumed, it turns it into a cyanite ingot. And cyanite we're going to need for lots of other things. Like, what can you do? Well, I guess you can make cyanite by adding yellorium to sand. But the point is that we're going to need the cyanite for some other stuff, I'm pretty sure. For now, that's going to be it for this episode. Next time, we're going to draw the power out of this bad boy and use it to power lots of good things. I've been needing a better power source. I'll probably make some more cryothium between now and next episode just to make this thing a little bit more fuel efficient, a little bit more powerful. But yeah, this actually doesn't look too bad here. They're pretty even, and I think it looks pretty cool the way it is there. What do you guys think? Bye, everyone. By the way, you can, like I said, you can have as many or as few fuel rods as you want. So I put 2 in there, left and right. And, oh God, we'll deal with this next time, but isn't this cool looking? If you wanted, you could just have 1 in the middle of that. You could have 4 of them in there. You could have the entire thing filled up with fuel rods. That would be a good idea because you need to fit coolant in there somewhere. I have found that for a starter reactor, this is probably your best bet, having 2 fuel rods set up like so. But if you wanted, you could make these things huge. You can make them like 60 by 60 with like, 100 fuel rods inside of it and just a bunch of coolant and stuff. You can make these big reactors freaking massive. I chose to make mine a little 5 by 5 because this is probably all the power I will ever need.